What's up, y'all? I just caught up to the third season of Invincible. What else can I say besides that this is peak? I was surprised that the second season had its amazing follow-up using answering Levy, Mark, Debbie, and Donald, etc. to tell the story of trauma and how it manifests differently in people. This time around, the third season somehow managed to top that. Boy, it was beautiful. Mark's character arc is him trying to recover from having killed Angstrom and Levy in the last season, the aftermath of him and his dad's collision in season 1, and being a good older brother to Oliver, who now has his powers. You can see that this starts to pull at him and become more than he can bear sometimes, which is why his new relationship with Eve comes in clutch. I also loved getting to see Mark leave the GDA, and more importantly, Cecil. Now, while Cecil and Mark are working with the same common interest to save planet Earth, they have different philosophies surrounding this. For instance, Cecil won't hesitate to use old enemies like Darkwing and Dr. Sinclair, both of which have committed atrocities and ruined lives, as comrades to save those in need. As for Mark, this doesn't bode too well, and it collapses their relationship early in the season, with them having this sick fight and Mark even inspiring some of the Guardians of the Globe to ditch him and live for themselves. Mark also went through his fair share of teaching Oliver that killing is something serious, as Oliver didn't even flinch after he murdered the Molar twins, with one of them surrendering before their demise. Ironically, Mark ends up taking Oliver's train of thought on board, particularly towards the end with the resurgence of Angstrom Levy, the fights against all the other Invincibles, and Conquest as well. It's interesting to see him go through this because we all know that Mark's character hates killing. When he thought he killed Angstrom Levy, he cried about it, even saying in a heartbreaking tone, "I thought you were stronger." But now he knows that he can't afford that train of thought, as it's going to cost him everything he loves, especially with the Viltrum Empire coming sometime soon. Another thing I love about this show and season is how they make everyone feel important, so that when the action isn't occurring, you're still hooked on what's about to happen next. For example, with those that left the Guardians of the Globe, Rex, Rudy, Monster Girl, Bulletproof, and Ray, I was heavily interested in them because we got to spend time with them and see them chill out for a bit in their own vibe, similar to when they were first the teen team. These moments and time together, especially with Rex and Ray, made Rex's surprise death a lot more heartbreaking. This man started off in season 1 as a total D-bag. However, as the seasons progressed, he became a lot better, still retaining his humor while being more selfless and considerate of others. Shout out Rex, you will be missed. Even getting to see Scott Duvall and his descent into madness was a horrifying beauty to watch. While Mark isn't at fault for everything that he gets caught up in, Powerplex did serve as a reminder to Mark that his actions have consequences and that everyone's lives matter, even when they're not jobs like Scott. Getting to see Nolan break free, physically and mentally, alongside Battle Beast and Alan, even befriending the latter, definitely was a sight to see. Now, y'all didn't think I'd forget about Conquest, did you? Conquest is a demon disguised as a Viltrumite because, oh my days, this old nigga does not play. He pulled up when Mark was helping rebuild America, and this was a scene right after finding Rex's head in the Ashfall. Mans really said, screw all that, come right to this fate, homie. He proceeds to deliver one of the worst sides of murder, carnage, and freakiness within about one episode. Conquest even recreated the train scene Nolan did with Mark back in season 1 on a beach, and on top of that, him even flying at high speeds was enough to either maim or kill innocent passerbys. On top of that, he almost stretched Oliver to death, rejoicing in his agony, caved Eve's face in and ripped her guts out, blew a freaky blood love-shaped bubble to Mark, and whispered in his ear, "Hey, yo, what in the diddy?" I know I made a video on Eisen being a menace to society, but this nigga Conquest takes the cake. This demon was pure evil, not even caring to monologue about the Viltrum Empire or the mission. He just wanted to create chaos and fight whenever he could. There was no way Mark was winning this fight without Eve's broken ass abilities, which they're gonna need when the Empire gets to them. Because I hate to break it to y'all, but that's what one of Viltrum's strongest guys did to Invincible. What the hell do you think an entire army would do to the planet? I guess we'll find out in the next season. Thank y'all for watching, and this is Black Sugar Lovin' out.